What's up, guys? Welcome back to Coach's Corner, and congrats on wrapping up an awesome fall training cycle. This past endurance cycle was so much fun to write the workouts for, from creating baseline week, getting us through those 8 weeks, and then everybody retesting those workouts last week. It was so awesome to go through that with you guys and really just see you grow and see you excel in all of these workouts and lifts. I know fall or this time of year can be kind of tricky. A lot of people are coming off of summer travel, going on vacation. I was gone for 10 days during the cycle, so I totally get that it can be tricky to leave and come back and get back in the groove of things, kids going to school, whatever it might be. But despite all of those challenges, I really saw you guys buckle down and try to get to the gym as much as possible. And we definitely saw the benefits from that during this past retest week. So this endurance cycle was a really cool mixed bag. We were all over the place, as we normally are here at Oxfit. As far as the workouts go, definitely leaning towards a little bit of a longer workout, a higher volume of rounds, a lot of time spent on those cardio machines. We had a couple pretty quick interval workouts as well that tested our endurance in different ways. And then our key lifts were going to be that 10 rep max bench press, 10 rep max front squat, and our death grip barbell complex. All of that is on that fall scorecard that you guys were filling out during baseline and retest week. So yeah, just starting off looking at these lifts, I'm always blown away by the number of PRs that come in, and it's so cool to go back and look at everyone's scores after retest week is said and done. But just to start out, our 10 rep max bench press, looking at all the scores that were entered last week when we retested that lift, 60% of Oxfit athletes found a PR that day. Looking at those numbers a little bit closer, of the people that had an average of attendance of 3 to 4 days per week during this fall training cycle, 90% of those people achieved a PR for their 10 rep max bench press. So I think that really just echoes what we always say, and I know Ant put it to words earlier in retest week by saying it's not just an hour to sweat. It really is an hour of intentional training, whether you know it or not. So these workouts are written so that if you show up, you're going to see results like this by the end of a training cycle. All we need is 3 to 4 days a week, and just pay attention to the things that you want to work on. So we had a lot of people that wanted to get better at their bench press and their front squat, and I know that they did not miss those days during this cycle. And retest week definitely showed them that it paid off. For our front squat, we had an average increase of 10 pounds for people that retested that lift and were consistent throughout the cycle. And for our death grip, our deadlift, hang clean, push press, barbell complex, we had an average increase of 5 pounds, which that's a tricky complex because the deadlifts, we can all do a deadlift, but we get caught up on the hang clean and the shoulder to overhead. So it was so cool to see people get better at what is typically maybe a little bit more complicated of a movement, the hang power clean. But you guys crushed it. So on one side of the coin, we have all of these heavy lifts, a lot of time spent under that barbell, and on the other side, we have a workout like country club. And that's where we had 4 minutes at each of our different cardio stations, 4 minutes of rest. And we had an average of 90 seconds shaved off people's time for that workout, which is crazy. When we get into that 800 meter, 200 double under time frame, at some point you can really only go so fast, and you have to work so hard just to get 3, 4, 5 seconds off your time. But we had people getting as much as 5 minutes taking off of their time. So if you came to Oxfit this cycle and you wanted to get stronger and you wanted to get fitter, we were able to accomplish that at the same exact time, which is so cool to see. And once again, these results are coming from people that are coming to class 3 to 4 days a week and being super intentional with their training. Not to mention, the large number of athletes that have leaned on the Oxfit team for that one-on-one nutrition support and just kind of guidance with the workouts that are already written. The results we see from you guys are just insane. So it makes me super excited to just keep getting better and better with every cycle and keep helping people realize that you can train to achieve your goal without putting in a ton of extra time other than just coming to the workouts you were already planning on coming to. So yeah, awesome retest week. Super proud of you guys. Right now we are in Bring a Friend week, which is always a fun week of training. We have a couple weeks to kind of sit back, readjust, and prep for our next training cycle. We got a lot of cool things happening in the gym. A ton of coaches just finished, and athletes, about 15 of us just finished the Gulf Shores Triathlon, which was amazing. And then next weekend, we are hitting the road again, going back down south to Pensacola for a really cool CrossFit competition, which is something that a lot of us like to do. So very busy couple weeks, but right after that, we are gonna get started with our winter baseline week. Baseline week starts October 7th, so mark it on your calendars. This next cycle is gonna take us from the beginning of October all the way through the end of December, through the holidays, and just get you guys to maintain your strength, keep improving your fitness, and just be a really well-rounded athlete. And for the first time, I'm kind of giving this winter cycle a name. It's always been more of a just kind of fun, mixed bag cycle, but this year it is going to be our OXFIT All-Star Cycle. So October through December, we are going to be throwing it back to some of our absolute favorite workouts, favorite lifts, favorite tests that we've had at OXFIT over the past couple of years, and we're gonna make a cycle out of it. And like I said, whole goal is to get you guys going into 2025 being super well-rounded, not really lacking in any one area of your fitness, and then that way you can set some goals that you know you're going to be able to get started working on right away. So yeah, it's going to be kind of a random assortment of our favorite things that we've seen here in the gym, and I wanted to open it up to you guys. If you're watching this video, think about any workout you've done at OXFIT. You can even go in the Wodify app and click through the previous weeks, months, whatever it might be. If there is a workout you really, really loved, a lift you really loved, and you want to retest it or see it come back over the next couple of months, email me, let me know what it is. I will do my best to find a way to work it into the cycle, and you guys can see it pop up before the end of the year. So I'm really excited for the weeks ahead. Once again, October 7th, mark the calendar. Can't wait to get started on another cycle with you guys. It's going to be a ton of fun. Let's go.